good morning and welcome everybody. My name is Jared O'Leary and I've been drumming since 1998, but most of it's been on rudimental concert percussion, you know, that whole thing. And only a small percentage of my time has been working on drum kit. So today I'm going to show you how I'm working on improving my limb independence. Now the book that I'm using to get these patterns out of is called 50 Ways of Syncopation. It's by Don Moyle. I highly recommend this book. It's got 50 ways that you can play through drum charts and whatnot. It's great. I also recommend checking out the books New Breed 1 and New Breed 2 by Gary Chester, which kind of outlines some approaches for how you can work on limb independence, or as Gary would call it, interdependence. Now, in these practice streams, like to share what I'm working on, how I'm working on things, like what I'm trying to do to improve as a drummer. There's over 370 of these practice streams, so you can see a variety of things that I've worked on, whether it's limb independence or my technique like I was working on yesterday, or even working on like tenor drums, etc. So you can find all of these here. Inside of each one of these videos are timestamps in the description that take you to a different topic that I was either like working on, like something that I was practicing, or something that I was answering in the many different chats that I currently have on my other screen. Often people ask me some questions because I've been drumming since 1998, because I have a bachelor's, master's, PhD in music education. I have a range of performing and teaching experience that has caused some people to go, I wonder what Jared thinks about blah. And so I will often edit those responses and put them into this drumming tips playlist. It's got almost 100 videos in here. It's over 13 hours worth of content. And if the title of it doesn't interest you, well, check out the timestamps in the description, because that's just the first thing that I talk about. And then there's some other things usually speaking in these different videos. So if you're interested in it, check out that. By the way, the ones that say members first are all scheduled to release for free. So for example, this one comes out on Friday, so 2 days from now. So stay tuned for all of these. There's under 500 videos that are currently scheduled to release, a brand new one every single day. So it might take over a year for you to actually get one of these members first videos, but I promise they're all scheduled to release for free. I don't sell a course, I don't sell an app, I don't teach privately anymore, etc. So if you want early access, it costs as low as 99 cents. That's the lowest I can make it on YouTube, but you don't have to pay for that to get the access to it, because it's eventually coming out for free. Now, all these play-alongs I'm using are on my home tab of YouTube. We've got the chop exercises, gaming stuff because I'm a nerd. This is all alphabetical, by the way. We've got over 1,000 grid variations. This is where I'll be spending most of my time today, is working on limb independence, working through these charts and through some of these exercises. We've got a bunch of marching bass stuff, over 400 exercises, some drumline cadences, almost 400 technique exercises. And then here's where you can find the drumming tips, the lessons, and then the live streams, etc. By the way, if it says click for more, that means that it doesn't show you all of the playlists. Like this one stops at rebound variations. But if you click on the header here, then it shows you that this is where it stopped, but there's actually more playlists in there. So YouTube has like a cap of like 12 playlists. So that's why we got that. Now, I am going to get motivated here with Shia LaBeouf. Shia LaBeouf is going to help me out to be able to work on my limb independence, because again, this is not something that I've spent a lot of time working on. Most of it's been rudimental. Only a small amount on this. Now we're going to hide Shia. Shia, go away for a moment. Don't worry. He's here in spirit. Unmute him. Him? What? How do you pronounce that word? Do it! Just do it! Don't let your dreams be dreams. Yesterday, you said tomorrow. So just do it. Make your dreams come true. Just do it. Some people dream success. Well, you're going to wake up and work hard at it. Nothing is impossible. You should get to the point where anyone else would quit, and you're not going to stop there. No, what are you waiting for? Do it. Just do it. Yes, you can. Just do it. If you're tired of starting over, stop giving up. Oh, yeah, I'm so motivated now. Thank you, Shia LaBeouf. Thank you so much. You have helped us all. We are all better drummers now because of your motivation. Now, I have taken Don Moyle's book, 50 Ways to Syncopation. Great book, again. And I've put it inside of this spreadsheet. This spreadsheet, in column A, it keeps track of, like, how do I sound on average when playing through these. So, like, this one I demonstrated yesterday. You can see this is over the last several times that I played it, the tempo that I was playing it at, what the quality of the playing was, how I felt while doing it, etc. And then it averages it, and on average, it's technically proficient while playing through this one, or musical, or whatever. That one is definitely not bad. There we go. Oops. Okay, I'm skipping all the ones I'm good at. So all the ones that are technically proficient, playing the ink on the page, or musical, where I'm adding in extra timbres, textures, making it sound even better than just playing the ink on the page. I'm skipping all those. So we're skipping the ones we're good at so we can focus the ones we're not good at. Because what's the point of practicing if you're just going to play the stuff that you already know how to do really well? So yesterday when I played through, or 2 days ago when I played through this, I did it at 175 and it needs a lot of work. So we're going to slow it down. We're going to go to 170. And what are we going to do? We're going to go into the limb independent section. Again, this is on my home tab of YouTube. Over 2,000 play-alongs on here. You click on it, and I'm going to go into the straight charts. We've got straight and swung. There's 55 charts. And we go into here, into this playlist. There's all 55 of these charts in here. We're going to pick one of them. By the way, I'm skipping a bunch of steps for like working on limb independence. If you want to learn every single step from the very beginning, watch this video. It's at the start of every one of the playlists under the limb independence section. So just go there, watch that. That'll help you out, I promise. Okay, so 26 through 30, sure. We're sight reading these, woo. So we're just picking a random set of 5 charts that we can work on, and then we're going to play through it. Now, in every one of these play-alongs, there's timestamps in the description so you can jump to whatever BPM you want. So if I want to play this on 170, then I click on 170, and then it's going to count me off. This is a play-along, so you can't hear it because I got it muted on your end. There's a slight timing delay, but there is a play-along, I promise. 2, 1, 2, ready, and. So the pattern I'm playing is this. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, very basic. I'm playing short notes on the snare drum, 8th notes, long notes on the bass drum. 1, 2, ready, and. Okay, so the ride is playing quarter notes. The hard part for me, might be different for you, but the hard part for me is the hi-hat on 3. That is what I usually mess up. My snare drum trigger not getting all the notes. Let's try and fix it. I gotta like loosen it up and then tighten it, and then it usually works a little bit better. 2, ready, and. Kind of groovy. I do say, as the person who wrote it, sorry, not trying to come across as arrogant. I just, like the music I write. 2, 1, 2, at the end. That was fun. I screwed up the last measure. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Last chart. A 1, a 2, a 1, 2. Here we go. Oops. If you knew Susie like I knew Susie, then you would like her too, like her too, like her too. Wow, that first like 2 lines on that that last chart was rough. I just like got off and wasn't able to jump back on. But otherwise, it was a majority technically proficient while playing through it. So we're back in the chart here, and this will help me to just keep track of, again, how I'm playing. If the majority of them switch over from meh, column A, to technically proficient, then this will change boop, to match the ones above it, and then we'll just skip it for next time because we don't need to practice the ones that we sound good at least right now. Now, I'm going to stretch and massage. We'll come back to this. Oops, I forgot. I gotta say how it was. Overall, I was making progress with it, enjoyed it, so it was good. Cool. All right, so we'll be back to more limb independence here in a couple minutes. First, we're going to stretch and then massage. Take your sticks, hold them, palms facing up. Pull in, push through. It's weird, I know. There's a video under the drumming lessons playlist on my home tab of YouTube. Just scroll to the bottom of the home tab. And it's called This Hand Routine Saved My Drumming. And it gives you a better camera angle so you can actually see everything that I'm doing for this. If you do traditional, rotate and hold, you'll do that for about like 30 seconds on each extreme of this, so it can help with like that wrist rotation and whatnot. But I don't do traditional anymore, so I'm not going to worry about that. Now I'm going to stretch the underside of the forearms. Ooh. That feels great. You could do it like this. You could do two fingers. That gives you a little bit deeper of a stretch. Apparently, it's really good if you have carpal tunnel to do that stretch, but I don't have carpal tunnel, thankfully. I do this hand routine for a reason. Ah, feels good. Ooh, oh, ee. Welcome to today's ASMR drum stretch stream. So this is stretching the underside of the forearm. Now we're going to stretch the top side of the forearm. You could do it like this. You could do two fingers, or you could do this one on your leg. It goes twice as fast that way. Sorry, getting distracted. Stretch music. All right, now we're going to do thumb to thumb. So this is stretching the fingers. This is the last stretch that I do. And then we'll do a quick massage routine. And then we'll do more limb independence. Ooh-wee. And Dom's book, by the way, like... So Dom teaches Arizona State University. He's the drum kit professor there. Phenomenal drummer, educator. Just a super happy guy. Like, you watch him drum, and it just looks like he's having the time of his life. It's like, yeah, this is what drumming should look like. But he usually, with students, will spend years working through the book. So if you look at it and you're like, 50 ways, okay, I'll do a new one every single week. No, I mean, like, take your time with it. Like, it's going to take a while. Some of these patterns are rough when you're first learning it. But if you follow that video, like, how to develop limb independence, it's the second video at the top of every one of the limb independence videos playlist. That shows you how you can work on it and develop a process. Follow the system, massaging now, and then you too can develop limb independence. It's not some kind of innate thing. You're not born with the neural wirings to be able to play 4 limbs doing different things at the same time on drum kit. That's not a thing. It's practice. I promise. A PhD's in music education. Initially was researching skill acquisition and expertise development. And after having read literally decades worth of research on the topic, I can confidently say that it's not an innate thing. It's practice, 100%. After 50 hours, the so-called people with innate talent are indistinguishable from people who practice for 50 hours. Why? Because your brain goes through this process called myelination. It makes it so that your brain basically strengthens the neural connections. That way the wires, or the neural firings rather, go at the same time. So everything lines up. And then it starts to feel natural because you don't have to think about it as much. It's like learning how to write a word. You just type out blah, blah, as opposed to thinking of every one of the little letters. Or a rudiment. Like, you're not necessarily thinking like paradiddles as like right, left, left, left. If you're doing that, then there's no way on earth you're going to be able to play paradiddles really fast. By the way, I'm going to massage base the tip of each one of the fingers. Last one. So I've got multiple videos that like unpack that, and then some exercises that talk about like how to speed up rudiments. But it comes down to practice and thinking of the groupings of things and how they are interconnected. If all that is overwhelming, just watch the video, How to Develop Limb Independence. Start with the very first step. Take your time. Might take a couple of hours to get to the next step. But I promise you, within like a week, working on it daily, you'll be like, I can do this pattern. Woot! What I was talking about with like paradiddles, just in case people aren't familiar with it. I'll do it here so you can hear it, but like paradiddle, 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 paradiddle. If you're right, left, right, left, right, left, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, left. If you're sitting there thinking of the sticking as opposed to right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. As you speed this up, right, left, 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 right, left. Your brain's not going to be able to process each one of the hands, so you start thinking of the rudiments as a grouping, in this case, like the sticking as a grouping, and you just think of the accent. Like, paradiddle is now right, left, 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 right, left. Not right, left, right, left, left, right, left, right, left, left, left. No, that'll slow you down. I promise. But what do I know? Not much. Okay. Speaking of not knowing much, we're going to go on to the next thing I don't know much of. We're going to do a samba. Ooh, this one's a hard one. I don't think I did this one good yesterday. Oh, technically proficient. Yes! It's better at 150. Okay, so, we slowed it down. Let's try it at 155. Will I regret this? Probably. What am I going to do here? Well, let me show you. Okay, so we're doing a samba pattern. This is a slow samba, but normally you play faster. But what I'm playing is on 1, it's just a downstroke, closed hi-hat. And then on 3, it's open, so. Okay, while reading on the snare drum, all the different patterns in a chart. What chart? I don't know. We'll just pick one at random. Okay, so we're going to go back to my home tab on the Tube of You, where there's over 2,000 exercises. No, I'm not being hyperbolic. There's literally over 2,000. Keep you busy for a while. Like, there's 1,000 grid variations just in this section. But we're in the limb independence section. So we're going to go here, and we're going to go into the charts that allow me to play at 150. So this is 100 to 159 straight. And then there's also the swung version, but we're not doing a swung samba. That'd be interesting. Kind of want to try it. Let's just pick, sure, we'll do this one. 36 through 40. There's 55 charts in here. Keep you busy for a while. Lots of stuff to play. But you go into the timestamps, and then you select the BPM, and then it counts you off, and then you play along to it, and you have a grand old time. And if you don't, I'll give you your money back, which is absolutely nothing. Although, technically, if you want early access, you can do that. But, you know what I mean. It was a joke. If you want early access to the members first stuff, there's like 460 of them. It's just 99 cents. So, cheapest I can make it, too. Here we go. I gotta stop. I realized, like, way too late, like, what pattern I was playing. I was like, wait, that's not it. 1, 2, ready, and... There we go. I was talking too much. Focus. A 1, a 2, a here we go. There we go. Again, open on 3, close on 1. A 1, a 2, a here we go. I don't feel like the E8010 is picking up all of the notes from the drum trigger on the snare drum. A 1, a 2, a here we go. Most of the airs that I'm making right now are reading airs and not coordination airs. Here we go. Alright, last chart. A 1, a 2, a here we go. Hard one. It's fun though. Cool pattern to play. But yeah, most of the issues that I was having was reading. So again, as usual, I need to remember to get a refund on Hooked on Phonics because it's just not working for me. Okay, cool. So we were able to get through that. It was mostly technically proficient, coordination wise. That felt fine. Reading wise. Ooh, okay, this one's a fun one. I'm actually really enjoying this one now. When I started learning this one a couple weeks ago, it was so bad. All right, can I try it faster? Dare we? Let's try it. What are we playing? Okay, so it's a lot of Samba ones in a row, but so we're playing. So normally when playing a Samba, you're gonna go like this: 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1. You can even do it like this on the bell on 1 and 3. Okay, but this pattern changes it. So instead of 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1E, a 3E, a 1E, a 3E, a 1E, and 3E, and it's actually and, it's just shorter to say it. Slurred out the foot. And then you read through the patterns on the drum of snare, okay? That's the plan. We're going to try it at 150. Woo! That's brisk, baby. All right, so inside of this playlist, the straight drum charts, 100 to 159, we can just stay in here. I'm gonna just pick another set of charts. 11, can't speak. 11 through 15. Sure, sounds good. Okay, so timestamps. Select the BPM. Counts you off. You have a hootenanny. If that's an inappropriate turn, my apologies. I don't actually know what it means. 1, 2, ready, and. Okay, so again, the feet, just a normal samba pattern. Here's the weird part. 1, a 2, read it on the snare. That feels so much better than when I first started learning this. It's probably like a month ago. You can see all the streams, like me learning how to do this from the very beginning. 1, 2, ready, and. Nice. This feels comfortable. 1, 2, here we go. Whoopsies. My ride pattern started playing the 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2, and wow, that's weird saying a completely different pattern than my hand's actually playing. 1, 2, 1, 2, here we go. My ride started to get off the beat. We recovered. 1, 2, here we go. Cool. Couple of moments where my ride pattern was like, you want to play the other pattern, don't you? And my brain was like, no. But mostly technically proficient. Oh, look at that. Look, column A. It went from needs a lot of work to now, on average, is technically proficient, which means next time we can skip it. Progress. Yay! I have a feeling that's going to happen for the next couple of ones, too. Because these next couple of ones are pretty easy, but next time we'll skip that. Yeah, so the last 3 times we've done technically proficient here. We'll do it again. So this one is, again, another Samba one, because that's the theme of the day, apparently. So this one is Samba feet. You read 8th notes. And then you play long notes as flams. Okay, now unfortunately this drum trigger doesn't really pick up all of the notes, so they're there in spirit. Get it, ghost notes? Thank you for the like on YouTube. Alright, so we're going back to, speaking of YouTube, the home tab here. This is where you find all of the thousands of exercises, but we're in the limb independence section. You click on it, and we're going to go to 160 straight charts. Maybe we'll save a swung one for the end, so that way we have some variety in here. Can't speak. I'm going to go to another pattern. I don't think I've played 16 through 20 today, so let's do that. Hello. Ooh, you even got the color of my drums. Look at you with that emoji. Got the red. GG's. Alright, so this one, normally you just like select whatever BPM you want, but it's 160, so we're just going to go to the very beginning, so boop, and play along to it. And again, we're playing Samba feet, 8th notes, and then flam the quarter notes and longer. Okay? That's the plan. And hopefully, you know, the EAD 10 and the drum trigger will pick it up. Okay. It's a little weird having the flam in there, but it's a good challenge. And the next one we'll do has some like knocks and crushes. It sounds even better than this one. How much time I've been drumming for? Since 1998, but most of it's been rudimental and concert percussion. But I have a bachelor's, master's, PhD in music education, so I've been doing this for a long time. Just not much on kit. Whoops, read that wrong. You started this year? Nice. Well, on my home tab, there's over 2,000 exercises I can help you with your drumming, and then over 13 hours of drumming tips at the very bottom of the home tab. Yeah, definitely check it out. It'll, if you did 8 hours a day, every single day, it'd take you over a year to play through it all. So, you know, a lot of content. 1, 2, 1, 2, here we go. Sweet! Overall, technically proficient. Do we graduate? 2 in a row. I had fun with it. Speaking of having fun with it, the next pattern, also a Samba one. That's the theme. So this is pattern 35 out of Dom's book, and this one's a little bit different. So still playing the Samba the foot pattern. Okay, so this is your repeating ostinato. Now, this time, the eighth notes are knocks on your left hand, which is pressing into the head. Okay? So stick click, that knocks into the head, because you're pressing into it physically. But while you're doing this, you also, on the long notes, play a buzz. So you can't hear it on this drum trigger because it doesn't pick up all the notes. But, you know, these silent stroke heads make it so you don't annoy people in a 5-mile radius. So I do recommend them and these low-volume cymbals. They're great for practicing. But anyways, so buzz, 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 buzz. That's what we're going to be doing while reading through these patterns. And it's at 160. Okay. So we go back into this playlist, which you can find again on the home tab. Scroll here. There's a bunch of chop exercises, 62 of them. There's over 1,000 grid variations. There's a bunch of limb independence stuff. Every single one of these playlists has a video that shows you how to develop limb independence. It's the second video, so check it out if you need it. Almost 500 marching bass stuff, a bunch of cadences, almost 400 technique exercises, and then here's over 13 hours of drumming tips, some lessons, and then almost 400 live streams with timestamps showing what I was talking about or how I was practicing stuff. So, you know, plenty of stuff to keep you and I busy for years to come. But underneath here, we're going to go into the straight charts, 160 to 240. And again, we're just picking one at random. I don't think I played this one today. Maybe we have. But in every one of these, there's timestamps to jump to a BPM. But this one just starts at 60, so we'll go to the beginning. Woot. Again, short notes, knocking. Long notes, a press buzz. Buzz. A 1, 2, Samba feet. It's a fun pattern to play. It sounds way better on an acoustic kit that doesn't have the silent stroke heads on it. A 1, 2, ready, and. It's fun, right? For whatever reason, I like to play this one traditional. I march traditional on snare, but like mostly just play match grip now. But for whatever reason, this feels better, and brushes feel better as traditional. Ooh, yeah. 38. A 1, a 2, a here we go. read that wrong. By the way, you wouldn't necessarily do this for an entire chart if you're like actually performing this live and like start reading through the chart. You might do it for a measure, a fill, a phrase, etc. But this is how you practice it. All right, last chart, and then we'll do another pattern. Cool. Technically proficient in general. 160. Do we graduate from this one too? Yeah. So we're going to skip this one next time. That one was fun. I enjoy that one more than the flam one. But again, these are things to work on. It'll make so you can play some other stuff. Poinciana groove. I don't even know what that is. We're going to try it next time. All right. Let's do a swung one. We'll review one that we already know, since we just went through several that we need to improve. Spend the majority of your time practicing stuff you're not good at yet. Otherwise, why are you practicing? If you're just reinforcing good habits that you've already mastered, then what are you doing that for? Work on the stuff you're not good at yet. Okay, let's do a wacky one, okay? I demonstrated this one like a couple weeks ago, I think. So... So it's number 14 in Dom's book. Again, it's called 50 Ways of Syncopation by Dom Moyle. Highly recommend it. We're going to try it. Actually, let's go faster. Let's try it at 165. So what are we doing here? So the pattern, we all know ding, 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 right? Cool. And then you like read through it on the snare drum, or you might even do like short notes on snare, long notes on the bass drum, etc. But what we're gonna do is go ding, 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 while going 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 in your feet, while you're still going 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3 in your hands. Okay. So ride is in 4/4. Feet are in 3/4. Boom, chick, chick, a boom, chick, chick. While you read through 4/4 written notation on the snare drum. Now, in order to get to this, we're gonna go back to my home tab. Boop. And we scroll down to the limb independent section. And we're going to go into the swung charts. And because we're playing this at 165, we're going to go to the very last one here. That's between 160 and 240 BPM. And we're going to pick one of these. Any one of these 55 drum charts. I don't know if I've done 21 through 25 today. Either way, it's not like I have these memorized, so it'll still serve the purpose. We click on a BPM we want, 165, and then it'll count us off. Again, it's muted on your end because there's like these like timing delays. But anyways, so 3/4 in the feet, 4/4 in the hands. 1, 2, ready, and 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It's really weird. 2, 1, 2, ready, and. Now, on the next chart, if I do everything correctly, the downbeat with the bass drum should line up with the very first note on the second line. A 2, a 1, 2, ready, and... Okay, we'll see if we lined it up or not. So the downbeat, when I hit the snare drum, it should be with the bass drum. 1, 2, here we go, and two, three, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Ichi na san, ichi ni san, ichi ni san. A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, ready, and... Good morning, Ghost. 10K is right. Woohoo! A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, a last chart. Yeah, it's a fun one, right? Wacky. Having to keep track of like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, and making them line up correctly. It's a good challenge. I like it. It was sometimes musical, but it was mostly technically proficient, so we'll keep working on it. I have fun with it. Cool. All right, keeping track of stuff. Let's work on the double bass now. Okay? I don't know how to play double bass. So I must confess here. Again, all my, like, the vast majority of my drumming's been rudimental and concert percussion, like marimba and whatnot. But snare drum is like what I marched. So only a little bit's been on bass. But then a couple months ago, I was like, I want a double pedal. So I've got one now. So I've got the ability to work on it. So let's practice it. Am I good at it yet? No, not even close. Do I want to be good at it? Yeah. Why? I don't know. It'd be fun. All right, so we're in my home tab, and I'm going to work on some endurance and speed exercises. So we're going to not do the chop stuff. We're not doing grid stuff. We're not doing limb stuff. We're not nude marching bass. We're not doing scores. We're going into technique. Under the technique, there's a ton of different playlists to work on your hands, but also a lot of these you can do with your feet, like the endurance and speed exercises. So I'm going to play through this with my feet to try and work on, you know, their endurance and their speed. And what I'm going to actually work on is one of my favorite ones to do is chug with hurtas. So this one, when you're playing through it like fast, it's like a really cool one where you just play. So imagine that with the feet, like. playing through that, that'd be great. Or like like playing through that, but we're not there yet. We're at like 60, which is, you know, a little bit slower, just a little bit. How's my day? My day is good. How's your day going? Having fun trying to improve. Gonna play some Uncharted here in a little bit. Oh, by the way, I'm doing heel down, and then I'll switch to heel up. Okay? So I'm working on 2 different techniques. I'm isolating them out, so I'm only doing this one, and then only doing this one to try and work on them. Now, the one where my heel is up, I'm not as versed in, so you'll hear it. Trust me. You'll know the difference. 2, and 2, and here we go, and... Now we're doing heel up. 1 and 2, and here we end go. And hear how different it sounds? Okay, so heel down again. 1 and 2, and here we end go. And heel back up, 2, and 1 and 2, and here we end go. Ew. Yeah, so the release of like the hurtas are still 1 and 2, and here we heel down. Hello. All right, we're going to try and go the next 5 clicks. I'm switching back to heel up. Again, just keep switching between these techniques. This is the one that doesn't sound as good. That's why we're practicing. 1 and 2, and here we end go. Okay, switching to heel down. 1 and 2, and And because it's a play along, again, it's muted on your end, you can hear if you're off on your rhythm. Ew, like that. Ugh, when I'm playing with my heel up, I get it slurred out. Let's switch back down to heel down. Okay, let's do it one more time. Heel up. 1 and 2 and. My legs are tired. All right, so here's what I mean by it was slurred out. So if we look at the rhythms here. So if we're playing this like normally on our hands, it'd be like where it just kind of like bleh, it's like you're slurring your words a little bit. So what we want is crisp when we're playing these, not where it just kind of like bleh, 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 all wobbles together. That's ideal, but my feet aren't good enough yet, hence, why we're practicing. Now, all of these play-alongs that I've used, and over 2,000 more, on my home tab of YouTube, I've got it organized, so it's in alphabetical order. Chop exercises are here. We've got gaming stuff, which I'll be doing in about 30 minutes. We've got over 1,000 grid variations, all this limb independent stuff that I worked on, the marching bass, the drumline scores, computer science stuff because I'm a nerd, technique stuff, and then over 13 hours of drumming tips and lessons, and then almost 400 live streams if you want to see like the raw, everything I've practiced and how I practice and try and improve. You can check that out there. Now, for any one of these videos, if you go to the very first link that's at the top of them, like for instance 16th note pyramid, this shows you how to get to all my exercises without any of the gaming stuff, without any of the computer science stuff. It's organized neatly on my website. So this is at jaredoleary.com/drum. If you're on the YouTube vertical, it's that link there. And if you're on the horizontal, it's further up in the top right corner. So there's 62 chop exercises, over 1,000 grid variations. There's over 55, well, there's exactly 55 drum charts, straight and swung. There's over 150 timing exercises. There's a video that shows you how to develop limb independence. There's almost 500 marching bass exercises, several drumline cadences, almost 400 technique exercises, and then 13 plus hours of all these like drumming tips and lessons, and then almost 400 practice streams. Now, I don't mention this much, but there's also, if you go to /dictionary, it takes you here. So if you do concert percussion, and you're like, what on earth is a corde? Oh, well, that means snare in French. Or what is an ému? It means in French with emotion. So there's like a lot of like translations here into like 1 or 2 words, etc. That can help you out. But then there's also, if you go to here /gear, we've got a bunch of books that I recommend. So here's what I was just working out: 50 Ways of Syncopation by Dom Moyle. Highly recommend this book. But then that takes you to Dom's website. Super cool guy, phenomenal drummer. But most of these take you to Amazon, which are affiliate links, which means I get like 4% back from Amazon at no cost to you. But bunch of drum kit books, some mallet books, some rudimental concert snare, timpani, and then here's the pedals that I'm using. Here's the cymbals. Here's the silent stroke heads. And then here are the pads I'll use tomorrow when I do a technique stream. And the sticks that I was just using are the Jack DeJohnette's. And then tomorrow, and all the rudimental ones, I'm using the Hardeman Hammers sticks, which are chopsticks. They're super heavy, and they are great for working on your chops. So that's what I do when I do that. But anyways, if you enjoy this content, either share my website or just share my YouTube channel with another drummer, or, even a gamer, if somebody likes this gaming stuff, which we'll do here in like 30 minutes. But I'm going to call it here. I appreciate people stopping in. I hope you enjoy this free content that I make. There's literally thousands of videos on my home tab. Keep you and I busy for a while. But I will get ready to play some Uncharted. We're playing the 3rd game now, so we'll start that off. And we just beat Game 2 yesterday, and now we're doing Uncharted 3, Drake's Deception, and then we'll get through 4 and then through 5, probably by the end of next week or the week after that. So anyways, I appreciate y'all. Hope you have a good rest of your day, and goodbye.